welcome to my views on news. Breaking news for you. It seems that Tigray regional government and Ethiopian federal government could start talks, could resume talks rather after just 4 days. A letter is being shared which is an invitation from African Union to Tigray Regional President Debretsion Gebremichael about talks due to start in South Africa, not in Kenya or in Djibouti. Firstly, a letter is being shared, viewers, which has not been denied so far by African Union. No official of the African Union has said the letter is fake. The letter is an invitation from African Union to Debretsion Gebremichael. And Musa Faki, African Union High Representative, wrote this letter to Debretsion. The letter addresses Debretsion as President of Tigray Regional State and as head of Tigray People Liberation Fund. The letter says that building on earlier engagements between Tigray People Liberation Fund and Ethiopian federal government, African Union is going to host talks between the warring parties, Tigray regional government and Ethiopian federal government in South Africa. Only problem about this letter is that a date of the start of talks is incorrect. The letter says talks will start on the 8th of October, Sunday. Now, 8th of October is on Saturday, not on Sunday. So, this is one mistake in this letter. Is it a typing error or is this letter fake? So far, no official denial. That is why we are sharing this news with you. No rejection from Tigray regional government as well. The talks, the letter says, will be held in South Africa, chaired by Olusegun Obasanjo, African Union's appointed mediator. But he'll have two panelists to support him. One is Uhuru Kenyatta, Kenya's president, former president, because around a month ago, new president was elected in Kenya. William Ruto is now the new president in Kenya. Tigray regional government had its trust in Uhuru Kenyatta. In a letter a few months ago, Tigray regional government had proposed mediation to resolve a conflict in northern Ethiopia under the auspices of Uhuru Kenyatta. So Uhuru Kenyatta will be one of the panelists. Second panelist is a former deputy president of South Africa, Phumzile Mlambo Nekuka. Phumzile is serving as a member of African Union's Peace and Security Committee too. So, 3-member committee of mediators has been formed. Has it been agreed? Have all parties agreed to this mediation panel? Tigray has been demanding the formation of a broad committee of negotiators with involvement of international players. Does this committee have confidence of Tigray regional government? And was Tigray regional government approached before the issuance of this letter and talks were held indirectly behind the scenes and the parties reached a consensus about the venue of talks, or the letter has been issued and it is a way of putting pressure upon Tigray regional government The Tigray regional government now will have to say yes or no to this letter. It's not clear. Tigray's official response is awaited. Tigray has been calling for a broad panel of mediators which has been formed. All three mediators are from Africa, no one from the West or the US. Musa Faki, African Union High Representative, says that he hopes quick response from Tigray for quick and timely response. So, what will the talks be about if talks are held on Saturday or Sunday in South Africa? The letter mentions some points like there'll be deliberations on guiding principles, agenda issues, modalities, format and timeline for the negotiated settlement to resolve conflict in northern Ethiopia. So, this meeting, if it happens, will discuss issues, the mechanism, how to steer this peace process. It will be discussed. Now, it's an invitation to Tigray regional president. Tigray has formed a committee of negotiators. Sadkan is a member of this committee. Gata Choreda is a member of the committee as well. Will Tigray president send committee of negotiators, or will he personally attend this peace summit to be held in South Africa? Again, not clear. So several things are not clear, but some official sources have shared this letter with us. No denial so far. It seems that some progress has been made. By the way, 2 days ago, US State Department issued a statement about a visit of Mike Hammer to Ethiopia, Kenya and South Africa. For around 16 days, Mike Hammer will be visiting the three countries. He has arrived in the Horn of Africa reportedly. He's in Kenya and he'll visit Kenya, Ethiopia and South Africa. And in the statement by US State Department about Mike Hammer's visit, US State Department urged South Africa to play a constructive and active role in the resolution of conflict in northern Ethiopia. A few days ago in the US, some meetings were held between US and South African diplomats and government officials, and their Tigray conflict came under discussion. So it seems that South Africa is being involved. Why? Because Tigray People Liberation Front, Tigray regional government they were not supportive of mediation process led by Obasanjo only. They were demanding that this mediation panel be expanded. Only question is Tigray on board regarding the selection of this venue for peace talks? Because if you remember, a few weeks ago, talks were proposed in Tanzania by African Union, and that proposal was rejected by Tigray regional government. Tigray regional government had said back then the talks should be held in Kenya. An African Union wanted to conduct talks in Tanzania. That proposal was formally rejected by Tigray regional government through a statement. Let's see, this time we are waiting for official statement from Tigray regional government. The letter was issued on the 1st of October. It means that the letter must have been received by Tigray regional government so far. And obviously, if Tigray decides against attending this peace conference, it will issue a statement outlining, elaborating upon the reasons behind boycott of this peace process due to start in South Africa. Overall, if it happens, it would be a very positive development. The two sides, parties should sit at the table at least. Once you sit at the table, you find you always find way out of crises. Only problem is that they sit, then they are disengaged, and then military conflict starts. So, resumption of talks should be encouraged by all parties. Ethiopian, Eritrean governments cannot win this war militarily. Tigray is obviously not in a position to win this war. Tigray forces have been pushed back into Tigray. Tigray is on the back foot overall if you analyze the situation. Ethiopian, Eritrean governments have leverage, but they are not in a position to completely control Tigray. That is why better sense should prevail. Obviously, Musa Faki must have written similar letter to Ethiopian federal government as well. Will Eritrea be part of these talks? It's not clear because this letter only addresses Tigray, President Debretsion, Gebre Mikhail. A positive development. Let's hope, let's pray that talks start in South Africa on the 8th or 9th of October. Thank you for watching.